All right, everybody. Sorry for the delayed start, some technical difficulties, but we're here with First Attack and some Guilty Gear Xrd. I'm James Chen.
And I'm Choysauce.
How's it going, everybody? And today, so it was like a month ago that we did like the system basics and system mechanics.
Yeah. And then the funny thing is they dropped the patch the day after.
Right. But see, we knew they were going to drop the patch. So that way we could do the research on the changes and find out and, give you more up-to-date, accurate.
So we delayed it a whole month.
Yeah. And then in that time, of course, they revealed that they're coming out with Revelator, but that won't be for a while. So we
ain't got to worry about that. So.
But yeah, so what we're going to do today, and hang on a second, just want to make sure everybody can hear us and everything like that. Okay, good. Everything's good. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go over all the characters, right? Ooh. And you can actually follow along as well. Let me go ahead and I'm going to paste a link into the chat here. So if you're watching this...
Can we put it in the title too?
Oh, yeah, you want to put it in the title?
Yeah, that way we can just kind of...
Okay, sure, no problem.
Follow. Just in case they missed it in the chat.
Yeah. So I'm just going to paste it in there like so. Update. Okay. So we've also pasted it into the title of the stream right now. Hopefully, once this gets on YouTube, I'll try to have David put the link up as well so people can take a look at that. But basically what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through all the characters one by one, talk about basically how to use them, what their general philosophy is, and then Henry here basically did a ton of research, talked to a lot of the top players for a lot of these characters, and got their advice and how to play a lot of the characters. So hopefully we can give you as much accurate information as possible.
Yeah, so you'll see in the notes there's a parentheses with the name of the person I consulted for the character. So pretty legit players if you ever look them up. So no question about how good they are. So so yeah.
Let's just go into it. Let's go into this. Hang on a second. Let me click over here. There we go. So we're gonna start here, pretty basic. We're gonna start with Sol and Ky because they're pretty much the basic characters here.
Up, I guess.
So let me go ahead and open up our Sol page here, and looks like you got the advice here from Eiji.
Oh my God, my senpai.
He's okay. He's all right. He just won, SCR Prelude this past weekend. So
Dude, the stuff that he does. Man,
dude, he's so good. He's so good. But yeah.
So you're in good hands for this guy, right?
Yeah. But before we even get into really kind of the details, one of the things that I also really love about Guilty Gear is just the characters are just really kind of cool, right? So they're just really neat. And so, I kind of want to just get into a little bit of, I guess you have that here, which is the plan here, right? So in general, I guess you would call Sol like one of the Ryu Ken characters, right?
Yeah, kinda. I guess he would be more like Ken, like if you're gonna compare it to Street Fighter 4.
Do you really consider Ky the Ryu?
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay.
Which is really weird, right? Because it's like
it's just because my uppercut sets him on fire. I'm like Ken. I see how it is. Oh, hang on a second. Let me change my buttons really quick so I can play and record, so I can reset easily with those. There we go. Okay. So basically, Sol, the reason why he's sort of like a Shoto, like he's an archetype character that you can kind of learn with, is that he does have a fireball, he has an uppercut, and he has a spin kick. But ish. They're all there, but they're not really, you won't use them anything like an actual Shoto character. Yeah. So it's going to be very different here. So, how would you describe Sol's actual game plan?
There's a term that the anime community has been using a lot, Unga.
I thought that was Leo. I thought that was relegated to Leo.
He's in that realm too.
Oh, okay.
Like Sol is like super duper like heavy rush down. Like he's not gonna play from afar because like do his gun flame from far. It's like what's that gonna do for you?
Right.
So he wants to be this close to you all the time. So. So it's like because of that, like his normals, a lot of good pressure, really
good range on his normals too, and he's got like really good far ranged attacks. So before we get into it, let's talk about his special moves again really quick, right? So that way they can get an idea when we start referring to all these moves. So as we said, he has the gun flame fireball here, which you can see is not the greatest fireball because it's slow to start up. Watch, don't block it. No, don't block it. Just go away. Go full screen. You notice that by the time I jump, the fireball is already gone. Right? So it doesn't seem like, okay, it's that good. But really what it comes down to later on we'll show you is yellow Roman canceling it and being able to apply pressure. For a lot of the system stuff, we're not going to go over that, obviously, since we did that already. So if you don't know what yellow Roman cancels are...
check the previous
Yeah,
episode.
go back. Go back. And then, of course, he has uppercut with slash and heavy slash.
Oh, and he does have a fake fireball with K.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's spin kick punch, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know.
quarter circle back punch. So he's got a fake fireball, so he can go, ooh, and then attack in, or find other little ways to get in. His uppercut also has a follow-up, which is super important because hard knockdown, and I get pressure.
Yeah,
here.
so even if it's late in the combo, and if you could get that kick, then they're gonna fly to the ground.
Right, and then you can do starting to do mix-ups like that, for example. Riot Stomp, super good now because before it used to hit once, block it.
Oops.
Just block it. Before it used to hit once, and then it was just you could pretty much it's got this ground bounce on it now that you can air dash off of. So if I hit you with it, I can even follow up for combos. So really nice.
Both hits are overhead, as you saw there.
Yeah. And then he also has two versions of this move here, where if you just do quarter circle forward plus
Bandit
kick,
Bringer.
This is Bandit Revolver, right?
Bandit Revolver.
And then if you hold
Bandit
kick,
Bringer.
then it gets Bandit Bringer. So those are those moves. You can do Bandit Revolver and Bandit and uppercut in the air, pretty much.
Oh, and then he has Fafnir.
Oh yeah,
Bam.
Fafnir, this move here, which is super good because you
cool.
can see here, once it hits, this is quarter circle forward plus heavy punch. He gets combo for days.
And he has a
much.
dive kick as well.
Oh, that's right. They gave him a dive kick.
And a command grab.
And then one of the things that makes Sol is the command grab, which is DP.
And
plus
that's
kick.
that's probably the thing that makes him the scariest.
Yep.
At being up close.
Yeah. If he didn't have this move, he probably would not even be super good.
Nah.
But this move really changes everything because when you grab someone, it's not just a command throw, but you get a full combo off of it.
And the damage is pretty substantial.
Yeah, and not only that, but you also get to decide which side you're on. So, for example, you notice that he always throws them in the opposite direction. So if I'm in the corner and I throw you, but I can still get out here and do a full combo in the corner. And trust me, he has way better combos than what I just did. So. All right, so this is Sol here. So like you said, he mostly wants to rush down in your face.
So I would say the stuff that I kind of go over in the notes here. It's basic game plan. Strengths and weaknesses, kind of things that you'll learn about fighting games, which is kind of cool. He has grab mix-ups right there, frame traps, and offensive pressure, and then also. Doing those disrespectful and confident kind of reads, it's a lot of people when they get the meter, they're just gonna DP in your face and they'll do crazy things because he has the capability to do it.
And then I can do some big old combo after that.
Yeah.
Dust loop combos.
Yeah, they'll have really good duration, but I mean that's kind of the mentality that a lot of Sol players have. You gotta show them that you know what to do against the pressure. So.
Right. So what is it exactly that makes his pressure so good, right? So we talked about one was the Fireball YRC, which is really, really potent here.
Because if I want to jump out, you can, oh shit.
And then I can air throw you, or I have an uppercut, or we'll talk about this move in just a little bit. Another thing that he's really good at is air dash heavy, right? Or even air dash slash heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But also I did list some ways to beat the characters because a lot of beginners they'll be like, oh man, these guys they just wail on me, what I do against
How is Sol
them?
not the best character in the game? You fight against IG and that's what you think, right?
Yeah. except I believe it.
Right, exactly.
Against him anyways, but for Sol, I'd say the weaknesses, since he's not very effective from long range, zoning him out is actually a really key thing to do because if he can't get in, then he's gonna start doing some crazy stuff to try to get in, and you can punish him for it. And
and then for example, when you're in this kind of footsies range here, Fafnir's just a really good way to get in because block it really quick, it's safe on block. So we'll both jump here. See,
Yeah,
so pretty much, it's pretty much.
I think it's like +1 or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
they
look like it's +1.
You have to instant block it in order to get any sort of advantage on it.
Either that, or you have to hit him before he he reaches you.
But we showed, for example, when I hit you with it, you tumble like this, right? But if it's a counter hit, like try to get counter hit, boom, tumble. He tumbles forever, and that hit stun is so long that, you know, I'm just like, so it's a really good fishing kind of move, right? And then another thing that he does is a lot of times if he gets far range pokes, he'll try to get in, you know, with Gunflame here and try to apply pressure on you, or he'll come down at you with Bandit Revolver or Bandit Bringer.
If you're not reacting to it, then, you know, it's just free pressure for him, basically.
And as you said, one of if you find a Sol who likes to do Bandit Revolvers and Bandit Bringers, you know, after in block strings to try to get in on you, you really do have to take advantage of that, because you can blitz shield it if you have the 25 meter or 6P, or even air throw it like you were doing, I think last time, like if they come in like this.
Something like it's kind of tough, but
I believe in you. There you go. So yeah, you can stop it that way. But otherwise, you know, Sol just has a lot of really good normals.
Yeah.
Like Slash is what you would expect it to do. It hits really far. Crouching Slash is really good. A low hit really far.
It's +3 on block.
Far H, really good. Does exactly what you would think it would do. Jump Slash is really good, like we mentioned before. Covers a lot of space. I think you mentioned last time that Jump H is really good because every time you block it, he's like not in throw range, you know, and it hits twice. So even if you time it wrong, it hits twice, so it's easy to get in with that move and such. So
yeah. So another thing to try to beat Sol is like when you start understanding his options, you just gotta not be super scared all the time when you're on defense. You gotta make the read and just kind of disrespect him a little too. You know, it's a battle of wills.
Battle of disrespect.
Yeah, battle of wills against Sol. So
yeah.
And then I guess moving on. So like I kind of explained like what kind of special gimmick that they have for Sol. It's I would say it's Dragon Install. Like the super, that's like the gimmick that he has. 'Cause otherwise, he doesn't really have a gimmick,
right?
You know.
But this basically powers up all of his special moves.
And then honestly, it's just kind of like just a fun special. It's not like there's only certain times where like it's actually good in high level, but like for the most part, there's better uses for it.
Right.
But
even like the dive kick pops up, so I can get extra combos and such.
But it's a fun super.
Right. I mean, honestly, like. Also, he just does a lot of damage. He has a really good damage output. He's got, if you've got meter, it's very easy to hit confirm things, you know, and get big damage off of that. So if you do hit him with Bandit Bringer, you get good ground bounce.
We also forgot to mention Grand Viper.
Oh. How did I think I blocked this move out of my brain here. So yeah, this is a really good move because all those hits, and if you mash, that's the full hit right there, but all those moves are low. Every hit at the beginning is low. So a lot of times, even if you catch someone by surprise and they happen to be low blocking, you'll find out a lot of people end up standing up and just like getting hit by it anyway.
This is the equivalent of like Bison Slide. It's like, how did I get hit by that? But I got hit by that. But it's really good.
Me and my friend in the old Guilty Gears always called it the I win move. You know, it was like...
Because no one ever blocks it.
Yeah, when you're at like low levels of life and you want to finish them off, you just do this.
It's good. I mean, it's a good move in its own right. Yeah, but it's not a good move also.
Well, another good thing about it is that it's low profile.
Yeah,
it goes under a lot of things like that, right?
Yeah, so it's actually a good anti-air, actually, in that sense. Yeah, see, that whiffed my jump H, like, millimeter off the floor.
Right. Woo! Yeah, so there you go.
It's really good.
So you can catch people off guard. Another good move that low profiles things is this low sweep here. This is really good.
Just coming up for the normals there.
Okay.
So I try to list, like, I asked them, or the players, like, what they think their top 3, like kind of abusable, like, good normals are. You know, obviously every normal has a use, but like these are just like some very special and notable ones. So like I said, 2D, super low profile, knocks them down. So really, really good in that sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can get a lot of things going off of this. You know, you can set up a lot of mix-ups. You notice that it's kind of a good timing right there. if you can learn to time it, you can get safe jumps off of this, and then you can. One of the nice things about Sol is that, well, we'll get into this a little bit later once we start. Well, I mean, I guess let me take a look here. Okay, I can talk about it now a little bit.
While we're doing this, for each of the characters, we kind of want everyone, if you guys know a Sol player that's like really good in your area, or like someone we haven't mentioned, like we have a list at the bottom of like people that
right.
we think are like good Sol players that you should kind of look for to try to learn from. So tweet us at, I guess, at UltraChen, and then so we can shout out these Sol players at the end for each of the characters. So if they come up on stream, we'll recognize the name maybe, and then all we ask is that like if we remember your name from this show, make sure that you impress us.
If we ever see you on stream, make sure you do well here. But okay, so as we mentioned, so one of the nice things is like we talked about this nice button here that sweep knocks down, right? We've also talked about that right there, the follow up there. What's also I think if you can get him like with the bandit revolver at the end,
hard knockdown.
So the reason why all of these are good, and this is one of AG's specialties, is once he knocks you down, he gets the safe jump timing. I'm not 100% on the good safe jump timing. But then what he does is he baits you into that and then does empty jump low, or he does jump
air dash.
Jump air dash and then catches you high, or he does jump and then command throw.
It's so many mix-ups.
If you can end all of your combos with a sweep or with bandit revolver or with uppercut into hard knockdown, you get a lot of these mix-up opportunities here. And then once you actually do get the combo, if you know all of his combo paths, a lot of them normalize into the dust.
Some kind of or some kind of
Right, so big damage.
Big damage, basically. And then so next normal, I guess that's really super good is the 5K.
Oh god.
Boom.
This move. Now, it doesn't look spectacular. It's just like, why is this move so good? And the reason why it's so good is because, one, it's a really good anti-air. I mean, look how high it hits up, right? Oops. There you go. So really good anti-air like that. So you can catch a lot of people off guard. It's ridiculous.
It's so good.
Not only that, but it's also 2 hits. But then the thing that makes it especially good is that this first hit is 3 frames.
Or is it 3 or 5 or something like that? It's super fast.
Yeah, it's super fast. I've heard 3. Maybe it's not exactly 3. But this move is so good because you can really get a lot of pressure going, frame traps, and then once you hit it, you can get into the sweeps and then go into your mix-ups.
So typically you always option select it with the throw as well.
With
forward throw.
Okay. Right. So that, right?
Because if I think you're gonna throw, I could just try to jump, and then you kick me out of my jump. So try to knock me down and then do it.
Oh yeah, like that.
So one more time. I'm just gonna hold up back.
Okay. Oops, I am doing too meaty, basically.
Yeah, so like that tags me out of my jump out.
So then if you hit him out of the air, you can chain and then go into a big
full combo.
Yeah, exactly. So 5K, really good button. Super good button.
And the next one would be jump hard slash.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that one. It's because it's 2 hits. See, look at that. I didn't even jump there, and I can't be thrown.
Yeah.
Right, so, and it also puts a lot of block stun. So, I mean, normally at certain ranges, you want to do slash into heavy slash, because then it, does the proper amount of hits and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you're lower to the ground.
Right. But then you see I have all the advantage in that situation. So it's just a really good way to get in on people.
Yeah.
I also think 5S is just a really good move, right? Because this is just a really good move to try to get in on people.
Notable mention, but we just try to keep it up to 3. So
right.
You don't bombard everybody with every normal. What do you do with each normal? So that's the kind of stuff that we want you guys to just go ahead and research. We just want to kind of give a snippet of all the characters. Just kind of say, oh, this character's cool. What does he do? What's good about it? What's cheap?
Right. So I guess good honorable mention moves would be stand slash, jump, dust. Like you really got to learn the like the dust loop combos. because you can get like all sorts
that'd be
of
like an advanced technique to learn
that's
later.
An advanced
so.
technique. So.
And then, okay, so let's explain a little bit about the special moves. I think we kind of talked about it.
Right here, we'll do the special moves kind of early on that way. So because once we start getting into the plan, we don't have to explain the special moves as much.
Okay. So like listed here, I just wanted to explain like the weird quirks that you might not know, just like looking at the moves. So it's just Grand Viper's low, that's basically what it is.
And you want to mash it. Usually just wiggle the stick left, right, and hit a button.
And I think in this latest patch they made it easier to mash.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You don't have to go super crazy, because that's what you had to do before, and in the older games you have to do that too. So when you see like Soul players back in the day, it's like, boom, it's like, dang, I gotta destroy the stick. So yeah, that's the Grand Viper. I don't know. We call it Grand Viper. I think it's Ground Viper, but...
It's just because he always goes, Grand Viper!
No, we just like calling it that Grand Viper, so I don't care.
Exactly.
Anyways. And then, like, listed next would be, like, the uppercuts. They have the follow-up kick, which is a hard knockdown.
Yep. And like we said, you can do it on both air combo and on the, in the air and on the ground. So.
Yeah. So the only time I think that you might not want to do the kick follow-up is, like, if they block it, and then like they don't do it, then it's like, oh shoot, which way? Because it makes you move forward and it changes your punish timing.
Right.
So if you're not expecting it, then it's like, oh.
Oh, then he lands for free. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah, and then
you have to be ready. So kind of you gotta be aware.
Yeah. The other time too is if they're really high up in the air and I do an uppercut and you get a counter hit, like so jump and then get a counter hit by the uppercut right there. So. Like if I get a counter hit, then what I can usually do is just get the juggle there like that.
Oh yeah, you could run up and do stuff. Okay.
So don't do the follow-up. Don't do the follow-up kick in that situation. Oops.
Anyways, yeah. So that's advanced stuff. And then and then next I have the top use for meter, and like I usually try to minimize what's like this is like the number one use for meter right here. So it's Gunflame YRC definitely.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Best use.
Yeah, so you can even like Gatling, do the Gatling, and then like delay the gun flame so that they're not in block stun. So
like that.
Something like that, yeah. So that way you can still keep the pressure up even though you're hitting the normals. Yeah, just like that. So you kind of learn the timing for that, and you could just keep going like that. Yeah.
I was wondering how Izzy did that.
Yeah, so you had to delay it.
Yeah, okay. Because I always noticed he did the string, and then he would still be able to YRC.
Yeah, because there's a gap in between there, but because like of the YRC, it's like I don't want to jump out.
Right.
Because it's like, oh man, I'm slow.
Oops, I did it.
Yeah, but anyways, so that's like super super good. And then another way to do it also, if you do like I think it's when you sweep me and then you do like OTG, it's like 2K 5/ and then Gunflame YRC.
Oh yeah, okay. Like that.
Yeah,
basically.
because as they're getting up, they're not in hit stun or block stun anymore, so it'll cause the YRC to happen. Gotcha. So that's another. Yeah, and then it's super meaty.
Right. And then you get all that pressure going again.
It's super good. So good. It's only 25 meters. Just do it.
Yeah, I noticed that like that last time I was at the house of Xrd and IG was there. That's all he used his meter.
That's all you needed.
This is all he did. He was like anytime he was like, oh, I need to get in again. Yeah, all right, here we go. Sure. I'm coming in. I mean, look at this. When I do that, I'm literally running in my fireball. Yeah. Like, how much better protection do you need?
On top of that, you get the chain shift to see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, so that's super, super good.
Okay.
And then, the other notable use would be, like, when you convert off of some random hit and you want some extra damage, then you would RC. Just and then, like, that's mainly the two versions.
Right.
Or that and, like, DP into RC to make it safe if they block it. So, like on Wake Up or something. Right. So it's like,
one hit. Do the uppercut, one hit, and then get out of there. Or just actually go forward and attack them.
Or just RC and then just see what happens.
Right.
Like, did they get hit? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Right. And then, like I said, like you mentioned, if you want to convert stuff, like you can hit confirm off of / heavy /.
If you need to kill them or get them to the corner, whatever you need for that situation. So there's that. Okay. And then next item I have is first B&B that they should learn. So this is not an optimal combo, but I'm thinking about people's like this is their first fighting game.
Right. Okay.
But it's a good combo in the sense that it leads to Oki as opposed to just doing like the basic damaging BNB.
Right.
So
because like if you use like Ryu normally, you would always end combos in fireballs. But
like
his
low forward fireball.
Yeah, but
something
it's
like
too
that.
slow, so that's not what you want to do for Sol. What you probably want to do is what you've got listed here.
So it's like 2K close S that into Bandit Bringer.
Fireball with kick. Boom, hard
and then
knockdown.
and then you start running at them again.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So basically, I made it so that you can just rinse, repeat, and then kind of keep doing this until you kill somebody.
Right. Of course, like you mentioned, that's not even a combo you're probably going to see too often in the highest levels.
Yes, this is the I want to jump in and just start doing stuff.
Right.
Combo. So
So you're definitely going to have to do a lot of research on your own to find out like what's good with a lot of these characters.
So and then today I just started writing these because I totally forgot about teaching people about block strings. Super, super important for new players. So,
Okay.
So these are my own data. This is my own data. So this is not sanctioned by our top players. So I just did some really quick research and just kind of just did something. So the one I found for him would be like 2K2S because on block it's +3. So that's my only reasoning for it. And then
so you can see it's like I also think like 2K stand / low / works pretty good like this because this way if they're hit you can hit confirm into the sweep. If they're blocking then you do this, but you can see it misses a lot of times.
And if I barrier then you're like way out there.
Right. Mm-hmm. So there you go. So that one's
and possibly you could add the gun flame too, but it can get dangerous. So it's doing stuff mindlessly like that, it's like I didn't want to put that there just to make it so that if there's a gap and then someone knows about it, it's like why does this keep not working against this really good player? It's because there's a gap, It's like a huge gap or something. So just try to make it as safe as possible. So block strings, the point of it is you want to be safe and you want or relatively safe depending on the situation, and then you want to be able to continue pressure or be able to do what you want to do for the next set of attacks. So there's that, and then I like to put in a cheap tactic. This is actually tactics that are good at high level, in my opinion. That is so good because I'm so scared, and then Sol just runs up and does that.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, and then so I've also inputted a way to try to buffer that to make it the input easy because it might be kind of hard to run and then do that DP motion. So
it's just basically run and then on the second tap forward do the uppercut motion.
Yeah, or do a Hadouken basically.
Oh right, gotcha. So you go
run.
Right.
Run and then Hadouken with kick.
Right. Woo.
Yeah, so it basically does the DP motion for you, and then you can get a really fast grab out of that.
Yeah, and since this is 1.1, we don't have the extra cheap tactic.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we won't mention that one, but and then I guess for high level techniques to learn later,
it's for him. I think it's just combos.
Right.
Honestly.
So I think
conversions off of combos.
Dust loops are very important for him, right? And then, like I said, I also think that learning the options on his Oki mix-up are really good.
And then the good pressure strings is another thing to learn. Right. So those are really key for his play. Some characters don't really need good pressure strings to do their game plan, but he kind of does. So.
Okay, I don't know. That's like the start of IG's crazy combo in the corner.
I
don't remember the whole combo.
There was a gun flame in there, which was really crazy.
That's right.
There's some new stuff
in there. He does Fafnir into gun flame, so he can combo
weird.
off like that, and then he ends it with a dive kick into a follow up.
Okay, maybe we should check the Twitter feeds to see. Okay, maybe did anybody tweet us their favorite Sol players here?
Let's take a look. It's not this one. It's this one's here. Let's see. No, not
Nobody?
a lot of.
I guess it's only
I know.
It's only the dudes that we know. All right.
Okay. Go back to here. Where did it go? There it is. Right there.
Okay.
So
put it in the tab then.
So if you want to follow some really good Sol players, IG. We've been talking.
It's my
about
number one pick.
Yeah.
At least in America,
Right. So, and look in the document, you'll see their Twitter accounts there as well.
Yeah, so I try to find as many of the Twitter accounts so you can directly ask them. They're all really nice and really open to teaching and answering questions. So AG, super solid AG or Sol player.
Right.
We also have SG guy from the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
He's the guy that was the only US top 8 from the Blaze Blue finals last evening.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He was the Lychee player, but he plays Sol and he's really good too.
Okay.
I think he got top 4 or something for Northwest Majors, I think.
Okay, that makes
something
sense.
like that. So he was in the top 8 for sure. I remember seeing him. So, and then I asked some of these players like who they thought was good. I don't know who VR Raiden is. To be
I saw
honest.
someone in chat mention him actually.
Okay.
So
I guess he's pretty legit. So watch out for
him.
VR Raiden for some Sol play.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also asked.
Who are some good Japanese players?
Who's some good Japanese players? Right. So I guess like. Forgive me for not knowing who these people are, because I'm not familiar at all with the Japanese scene, except for the guys that I follow.
Right.
So, I guess ROI is amazing. Karinshu and Mochi, aka Mugen, it's like amazing Sol player. So.
Okay.
So check them out, look them up on YouTube, and also let's go over a couple of the key changes for 1.1. Because just in case you guys watch like some of the old videos that they're like 1.0.
Oh, of course, Machabu is really good, right? Is that the same person? Oh no, Machabu is someone else. Machabu was the one who did the first to 10 with Fab and blew him up.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Fab was like, oh my god, it was like 4-4, and then he won 6 in a row. And it was like, yeah. So.
All right, so let's take a look at the changes real quick.
Jonio-san, I guess, is a hilarious Sol.
Okay. Oh, is it like a Kusoruso? Like that's what's awesome about Sol is that you could play super trolly with him and still like win really well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like out of the changes that Sol had, I think the most significant one is the YRC change on the command grab.
Yeah, so before a bit worse.
Basically, before there was a frame where PRCs are not as good because they have more startup and they take 2 meter. There was actually a frame which the throw would connect and you could still YRC.
Yeah, it was too good.
So basically you would run up, try to throw them. You see how I typed that? I basically tapped the and then I could go up for the air throw basically.
Yeah, so
right?
it's like that She-Hulk do I command grab super on the ground? Okay. X Factor,
yeah,
in the air. So it's impossible to escape Mizusa basically. Yeah. But so that was probably the most significant change. Everything else is kind of like a little bit of frame data,
damage,
so not too much. Overall, I think they said he got nerfed basically, but not so much so that he's like bad.
Oh no,
he's definitely
still so good.
Amazing.
Yeah, as we mentioned, I mean, IG just won a tournament this last weekend with one,
which was really hype.
Yeah. He did it. I mean, he came back from losers to beat the 2 Santa Barbara guys.
Yeah, dude. Shout outs to Beautiful Dude and Food. Who by the way are also consultants for this show. So
nice. Okay, so that's Sol Badguy right there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and jump to Ky
Kiske. So beautiful. All right.
Yes.
So he's more of a solid zoning / space control type character.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously look at his freaking gigantic normals. He has the fireballs.
Yeah. So in the air and on the ground, he has 3 versions of the fireball, right?
Yeah, so he has the S version, the H version. This is the ground H version, which is 3 hits, and then the S version.
Sorry, I'm totally doing plus R's. Doing Axicor.
Yeah,
he had 3 versions. He only has 2 versions.
Yeah, he doesn't have that version in the air.
Yeah.
So, and then he also has this move, which is called Greed Sever.
Greed Sever.
Yeah, it's the overhead and takes up a lot of space.
Right.
And then you can kind of use momentum to make it go further.
Right.
Running momentum, that is. And then he has uppercuts. That's the S version.
Vapor thrust.
And then the H version.
Yeah.
And then he also has this move, which is a low.
Right. And 2 hits. And actually, be careful because at too close of a range, it doesn't actually combo.
Yeah, so you can super in between or do something.
Right.
So that's why you got to kind of space it out.
Right. Exactly.
Like that.
And you get a good knockdown off of it. You get a hard knockdown.
Yeah,
so that's
it takes a lot of experience to know when you can use that move. And then he also has this new move, which is Split Seal.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you could hit him with it, and it causes that stagger state.
Right.
And then also, when you put stuff through it, it changes the properties, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like that, whoa.
This is brand new. This is completely new to Ky.
And even this, boom.
Yeah, even the super.
Yeah, which is really, really cool.
And then his standing dust also does that.
Air
too.
dust and also stand dust makes them come out.
So his standing dust is a hit, and it's a standard dust attack, you know, the overhead, whatever. But even on whiff, you can use it for stuff. You can use it for setting out a seal, and then you can actually start using that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are some of the cool things he has. What else? Just moves. No, I think that's it. Those most of his moves. So yeah, so basically like you're gonna play the mid range to long range kind of game with him, and then just kind of like get damage where you can, and then when you get the knockdown, then you can like use this to like to get a little damage like that. That's quite a bit of damage. So his combos are really easy, which is really nice. Like for the most part. Just so you know, like the person that we kind of got consulting for is Marvisto from the East Coast.
Right.
Super. I think he's my favorite Ky player because whenever I watch him, dude, it's so sick.
Mikey in stream chat, yes, it's true. So quarter circle forward dust, which places the seal out, is way faster than standing dust. So that one, if you just happen to hit him or if they block that move, then you've got a seal that you can go with, right? So do standing dust. Just do regular standing dust. So in that situation, you have a seal. But if you want to plant a seal, always use quarter circle forward.
It's much faster. Yeah. And I think it's also plus on block, if I'm not mistaken, like +1 or something.
Oh, really? Okay. And another thing, too, is what a lot of people will
Actually, no, it's -4, sorry. Okay. I had that data there.
So what a lot of people do is they'll actually end combos with it and then try to get the slide in. You can do it so that they can't shake out of the stagger in time. The timing is really tight, and you'll see it because... If I could have... So he did it perfect right there. So that was a true combo. But if you wait a little too long, like even if I don't shake, and if you wait a little long, you see that the combo meter is gray, which means you didn't do it in time. But that means if you end your combo into it, there is a timing in which it's guaranteed. You get the hard knockdown off of that. And you get the seal planted ahead of time. So you can use that for your pressure. So yeah, there you go. Now I have to respect everything.
So that's basically it. For him, the weakness that he kind of has is that he doesn't really have great mix-ups. This is not like a super good mix-up tool. I mean, sometimes it works, but it's not. He's not like going for high lows and stuff. He's going for more frame traps and like throw mix-ups to try to open people up, and like it's just basically preying on like people's like impatience, to try to punish them for that. And so the things you'll probably learn most with him is like anti-airs and like frame traps and some zoning stuff.
Yeah, I also feel like Oki is like the Oki that he does have is really so he can do it in multiple different ways, right? So if you sweep people, and then not that, but towards H 6H, really important move right there because he has a ton of frame advantage afterwards. And so you can go for a lot of frame traps afterwards. You can get people nervous about stuff. So some people are saying that it's better to do the split seal into micro dash sweep.
Well, that's pretty advanced stuff. So I think we're trying to focus more on like beginner players. Right. So like I mean that's the kind of stuff that you're gonna look into when you delve deep into the character. So. Right. Yeah. So and then for him like the gimmick is that, or like at least to beat him, if you can control the space that Ky can't control in certain distances, then you're gonna probably beat him. And then like safe jumps are really good against him because vapor thrust is pretty slow for the startups. If he can do some safe jumps against him, so it's really slow. So like his reversals aren't the best. So there you go. But otherwise you just kind of have to play his game. So that's why he's kind of not weak and not weak at the same time, because it's like he's pretty solid character, but like it's just like you have to, I don't know.
He's an interesting character because like when you play him, it looks like it's pretty straightforward. Like, oh, let me do fireball pressure, but that's not really how it works.
There's a lot more going on in the background. It's all for him. It's mostly in the frame data. I feel like so that's why it's hard to see what makes a good Ky player good and what makes them like different from other Ky players or whatever.
Yeah, one of the things I will say that's going to be a common theme about this game is that it's really about fishing for that hit that will give you the setup or to convert off of the combo. So a lot of characters are going to be like that. Like we said with Sol, you want to convert into a hard knockdown, get the Oki going. Same thing with Ky, if you can end into a sweep, or if you can end into something that gives you the grinder setup and all that stuff like that.
So I mean, but that's what I like about Ky is like he's supposed to be the Ryu vanilla character, but dude, this stuff and like this and he's so not playing. You know, it's like he's such a cool character, even even though you have all that. So just go over the normals, I guess. So these are the 3 normals that Marvista recommended to me that we talk about. It's like the 2 hard slash, 5 dust, which is the overhead, and also the sweep.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So the notes he gave, it's like for this, it's an amazing anti-air. Takes up a lot of space, and then since it's jump cancelable, you can hit confirm really easily into a full air combo. It's kind of slow. I mean, like this would be the alternative if you need something that's a little bit like, oh my gosh, I need something.
And standard
6 speed.
anti-air, right? Yeah.
So, but this, if you can see them come in, like boom, just get them with that, get them with the full air combo.
Right.
So this.
It's interesting that he listed that. So.
Yeah, like, it was a little bit surprising for me too, but I think it's just because overheads are tough for newer players, and also it's apparently it's safe on block. I didn't look up the frame data,
okay.
But since you get that, you could probably do a combo, and then you get the seal there as well. So it's probably kind of like multi-purpose like move that's really good.
Right.
So there's that, and then the 2D, and this is like a really decently fast and long poke, and like it leads to knockdowns. So it's like you can do something like that.
Is it better to cancel, or is it just better to link the fireball after?
I could cancel it super late.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're doing a late cancel right there. So
yeah, so there's that. So you can kind of hit confirm. It's like, oh hey, they got knocked down. Now I can fireball when I want.
Right.
So it's really good. And then notable mention for 5S and 2S. Really far low poke, and then super far like mid range poke. It's like who's gonna contest that?
Right. Actually, so here, there's one more move that I swear that hang on, how do I get you? I should be able to go. Oh, because you're on controller 1. Here, let me see the controller really quick. One of the moves that I just kind of think is underrated for Ky actually is jump kick.
Oh yeah.
I really like this move because main thing is so you could if you know someone's gonna jump at you, you can jump kick them. But the other nice thing about it is, it recovers so fast.
Oh yeah.
It recovers so fast. So if you jump kick and they don't do something, you can jump kick, fireball.
All these air normals where you can do it and then have an action after, they're like really good.
Right.
Like you gotta know which one of those you can do for your character. So not every character has those types of air moves. So
I think that move is so good. So and it's been that good for a very long time. So that move is
so those are super good normal. So just focus on using those for when you first jump in, and then explore the other normals as you play, or like watch how the top players like will use the normals.
Right.
And then. So for his top meter usage, definitely I think it's this.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's just like with Sol.
Yeah.
And you can use either one too. The heavy one is also really good to YRC as well. So yeah, cause see, look at that. You have to respect that so much.
Yeah, gotta time it.
Yeah.
Though, but I would say this more so because it's more of a poke, and that's a poke that leads to insane amounts of damage. So because the thing is, it's like, so if I'm here and then you do like a slash or like a heavy slash, I could run up for a full combo, and then I see it. It's like, oh, this is gonna hit, so I'm just gonna start running up, and then you have to either PRC or do something to recover. And then if you don't have any meter, then it's like, whoop, I get a full combo. And it's really cheap, only 25 meters. And also you get, it really works for you well in the neutral game, because it's like, slow down, you can kind of see what's going on. And also it applies a lot of pressure. So super good. Yeah. And what's nice about it in the 1.1 change, they made the window for this bigger for the YRC.
Oh, okay.
It used to be really tiny, so a lot of times you'll get this, and then PRC comes out. It's like, man,
I just wasted so much meter. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. So definitely, I think that's just definitely top use for meter. Otherwise, it would be like DPRC, like anybody with a DP. It's definitely gonna be that. So
do that again. I want to try that. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, yeah, you're
Yeah,
you're a weird tech.
Just want to see if I got it out fast enough.
And
so.
then so for his top BNB, I would say like you could do that, like because that works mid screen, which is nice too. Like if I or I gotta delay it
a little bit, yeah.
And I could run in and start doing more pressure. So
and so you could run in and do like the 6H pressure at that point while they're blocking the whole thing. You can even YRC that as well just to get more pressure.
I'm not sure if you can actually, because
because I can hit stun, right? Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so I would say learn this and then not with the RC, but
right.
And then like just start applying more pressure. Rinse, repeat till they die.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because he doesn't because he doesn't have the command throw and he doesn't really have a super great high-low mix-up. Greed Sever is like his best overhead. Maybe that's why Marvisto talked about his 5D because it gives him a decent overhead. Greed Sever can be punishable on block a little bit, so
it depends. Like it's spacing dependent.
Right.
So
yeah.
But
so basically, you want to pressure a lot with 6H. The towards kick is really good. 6K.
Super plus on block. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a really good combo move.
So for Ky, like I'll go over it later, but like the high level technique would be to learn the frame data and the block strings and the strings similar with Sol. So, for the first block string, I would say like you could just do this. For that combo instead. So basically, or get out of the corner.
Oh, okay.
So like block strings versus like combos. Like you want to just it's basically a hit confirm or something like that.
Right.
But I guess maybe this is not that great. But
you have to dash in order to get the split seal to hit. There you go. So. And most of the time, if you're landing a 2K, you're going to be dashing in anyway. So
yeah. So I mean, like this might not be good because this is just something I just came up with like 20 minutes ago, honestly.
Stand kick into sweep. So stand kick into sweep. That's usually pretty good into like maybe as a good as a good block string combo. Or something like
so
that.
I mean, like this is something you got to research. Like don't totally rely on me for this block string, but like try to figure out something that's good for yourself. And then same thing for the cheap tactic. This is the cheap tactic. It's a high level cheap tactic. It's really really good.
Yeah.
So we already went over that. So and then the high level techniques, I would say try to learn, study the frame data a little bit for him, and also try to see like how other Ky players will like pressure.
Let me see this really quick.
So
one of the highest. I mean, again in terms of combo wise. Learn when you get the 6H, you're actually in so much
you can
hit stun. You can actually dash up and get hits. This is actually really important for him to learn to get knockdowns like that, for example. So you get damage. You up your damage and you get the Oki afterwards as well. So you can do 3H into split seals. So 3H is a really good move too. Yeah. Oops. You can only do that off of far slash.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you can only do that off of far slash. There you go. In the split seal.
Yeah, so the chat, you can help us out with what's good. Because, we're not character experts for everything. So, like, not everything's probably going to be 100% amazing. But, we try to get as much as we can with the players that we, got information from. So and then I guess speaking of players,
players to watch.
Did anybody
here?
shout us out for people they want to see?
Got anybody there? Nope.
I guess you're not gonna shout your boys out. All right, whatever.
Okay. So players to watch from the U.S. Steve H. From Virginia, Maryland. One of the.
I don't know.
Marvisto, who helped us with this, of course. Shinobi, aka Clockwork.
Awesome. I love his Twitter handle.
And then for Japanese players, apparently there's Ein and Rion.
No, I guess Crack Fran wants to shout himself out right here.
That's the best Ky. Whatever, Mikey.
Anyways.
And we've even seen Kazunoko use...
Mikey's good, though. He's pretty good.
Yeah. We've even seen Kazunoko use Ky as well before.
Against Marlon Pi in grand finals for that one tournament. I can't remember exactly what tournament.
Oh, cool. Shinobi's in the chat.
Oh, sick.
Clockwork's there. So.
Yeah, you got the shout-outs. So.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. So
that's Ky in a nutshell.
Dude, we almost went half an hour on each character. This is gonna be a while.
Oh man.
This is gonna be a while. We might be able to divide this up into 3 episodes or something like that. I guess so, yeah. We can try to do that.
I'm down. I'm down for it. I love this game, man. It's so fun.
All right. So let me see. They don't have it split up like, because the one thing I like about Revelator's thing is they have them in good pairs.
Oh, like to like show the story arc and stuff.
So let's just do Millia and May next then.
Okay.
You want to just do that?
Yeah,
then?
Let's do that.
Okay, so we've got Millia.
Just fan out.
I'm just going to do a random stage because I don't want to do the same stage over and over again.
Okay.
So we've got Millia and May. And let's bust out the notes here really quick.
So we got help from Lord Knight here. I think he's technically a new Guilty Gear player, but you know, obviously he's Lord Knight, so he's super good at like all the anime games, and like you know he's gonna quickly understand like what you're supposed to do with this character. So for her, like her plan is to like
well, let's get the special moves real quick.
That's right. That's right.
So special moves really quick. She's got disc on the ground. She's got the slash version, which is a single hit, but then she's got the heavy version, which you can see. Oops, I have to turn you human.
No, I got it.
Oh, you are?
I just need to press start.
Okay.
So.
But then she's got the heavy version. This one's super important.
Yeah.
Multiple hits, but the reason why this is important is because once she gets the knockdown, you get Oki kind of situations with that.
Yeah, but doesn't activate until it reaches like her hips.
Like watch, you can like jump up into it. Yeah, you can see how it doesn't hit until it gets like most of the way down. So, but also she has a roll on the ground, which is quarter circle back with kick. I don't even think you just tap kick and it comes out.
Yeah, and then you can do a follow up move, which is new.
That's new. You can do that one. You can do that follow up, and then you can do that follow up. So all the buttons except for punch have a follow up basically. So slash automatically makes her do that. That's heavy slash, and dust makes her roll back into her standing dust move.
And then the heavy punch version, they call it, is Digitalis is the name, so maybe you'll hear
this
people
move
say
here?
yeah, it's called Digitalis.
Oh, okay.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, you can see how if you double, like if you're at this range, if you hit kick, you cross them up twice.
That's my brain.
Yeah. And then she has hair car.
Yeah.
That's what I've always called it.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual name is.
Hair car, which is a low hit.
Yeah.
Which is a low hit, which is really important as well.
Sun blocking, yeah, low.
To her arsenal as well. So you can do it's quarter circle backslash. So to do the lust shaker.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can mash slash and it'll come out that way. They actually have different startup times. So you can see the spin kick one is slower to start up than that one starts up really fast, which is really annoying. And because in one of the trials, I kept trying to combo into the move by doing the spin kick one, and it wouldn't work. But you had to use this one to get it to work. So it made me mad. But then in the air, she has the moon.
Bad moon.
Yeah, bad moon. This is so good because this is an overhead, and you can see that you can tiger knee it.
It's only in the air, so.
Yeah, but you can tiger knee it so easily.
Yeah.
So easily. Look at this. So instant overheads for days. And then
gotta guess.
And then oops.
Hairpin.
That's not what I wanted to do. I want to do
kick. Hadouken with kick.
Where is it? Oh yeah, quarter circle forward with kick. Yeah. So fast fall. So she's got this fast fall.
And it crosses up it passes through the bodies.
Right.
So which is really good for mix ups.
Right. And then, and not only, I mean, it's particularly good if you get this thing going and then cross them up with that.
It's a super fast cross up.
And then she has a very interesting move, which is quarter circle back plus slash or. Does she have the heavy slash version? Okay, only the slash one. I'm still stuck on some accent core stuff. So she has the slash. So this is a really important move because if you notice, it throws the pin out, but it stays on the ground. When it's on the ground, I can't do it anymore. I actually have to walk up to it and tap down to pick it up. But the reason why is because if she had this at her beck and call, this would be way too good.
It would be way too good.
Because she uses it to get in a lot, right?
Yeah,
so you can do it on the way up and air dash,
yeah.
right? So for example, if you're in the corner there, I can get this and go for the pressure, right? Not only that, but it's a beautiful combo extender as well. So she can get a lot of combo extensions if she actually hits you with this move. Oops. Don't block, yeah. So if I get this, and then I can get more combos based off of that.
Yeah, it depends on the combo. So. And then she also has a secret garden. I think it's has to go back with heavy or has to go forward.
Oh, that's right, this move, right. So basically, if you activate it, it'll always go forward once. But while she's sitting there doing her pose, woo, you can control it and make it go in any of the 8 directions.
You program a preset direction.
Right, so hold the direction, then hit heavy slash again. So you can see, I make it go down back, wee, and I can go down back and forward, yeah.
And I think you could go up to 4 inputs after that first move.
So I can do...
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah, like that, right? And so from far away, I can just mash it and just make it go all the way forward, which is completely pointless. But yeah, this is a very kind of like very certain situation Oki move.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you want to do with it. It's really good for people who are really antsy and like you kind of want to, this is where they want to come at me, and then so you just block out that area, and then like you just like they're totally gonna run into this,
right,
or like they're totally scared that they can't do anything. So it's more of more of how you want to just use it to set it up. So.
Yeah, and then she
really
can combo off of her throw. A lot of people choose not to and decide to go for Oki instead.
Yeah, it's probably more powerful to go for the Oki because like
throws are prorating combos so much.
Yeah, that and on top of the fear factor that you just keep constantly adding for doing the mix-ups over and over again.
Right. So her plan. Let's get into her plan. The way I always want to describe Millia, when I ever want to describe Millia, is I honestly think since the beginning of all fighting games, she is really the first Vortex. And probably still to this day, one of the best Vortex. Everything that she has leads into this mix-up here. This mix-up was better before because this used to hit faster and start in the middle. So now that it drops down a little bit, it gives people ways to escape a little bit more. Yeah. But it's still really super good. And between Bad Moon here, between 2K. Roll behind you, hit you, 2K, overhead kick into
Slash.
Where's my hair car with punch like this, and then F Roman cancel combos, and then like I said, I can drop this thing and then do the
Bad Moon.
The teleport move.
The fast fall?
Yeah, the fast fall. I always forget what the command for it is.
Hadouken with kick.
Hadouken with kick. Yeah, so there you go. So you can do, cross up like that. Whee! So now I'm on the other side.
You'll see that every now and again.
Right. Then you'll also see stuff like, like you can jump and there's ways that, like you can actually jump over in Bad Moon, like on the other stuff. There's like ways that you can hit in all 4 directions. I'm not sure what the...
That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So get out of the corner really quick. Let me see. There's all sorts of different ways that you can do really mean things,
Yeah,
like this.
so that's a lot of the advanced stuff. But so basically it's like you're gonna learn how to like change up the mix-up. So because if you do the same thing over and over again, obviously it's gonna get blocked. So like you're gonna learn how to change the mix-ups. Execution is pretty big for her. Like you have to be able to execute a lot of the combos because she has a lot of character specific combos.
Right.
Like, and she kind of has a more generic combo that's like not as damaging. But the character weight really kind of matters a lot if you're gonna play her at a high level.
Yeah, but the key is to end your combos in that jump H because you can see that it's a hard knockdown a lot of the time. So.
Yeah, so definitely those are some things you're gonna have to work through. But then that's what you're signing up for when you play Millia. Yeah. And then for her, to beat her, she's one of those characters without a good reversal. So you're gonna knock her down and just not let her get away. And then also whenever she throws out her pin, like characters that can keep her away from it pretty well is actually is a pretty good tactic because if she doesn't know how to get in without using it, then it's gonna be like, okay, she's gonna kill herself until she can get the pin.
Right.
Because it's such a good tool to get in, and it's essential, I guess, for some of her matchups. And then also not being scared to disrespect her mix-ups because sometimes because of the way that the nerf is from plus R to Xrd, like the disc setups and stuff, they're not as tight or as easy to set up.
And can't you blitz them now?
You can blitz them.
Blitz this one. Oops. Do it a little bit later. So if you blitz it,
she gets
that
rejected.
change I actually get rejected.
So that's the
now.
That's the 1.1 change. That's really big for her.
Right. So there you go.
So yeah, so like there's a lot of things you can do against her now, and also like even if she does the H disc, sometimes people are just so scared that just keep blocking. But you know you could totally like jump out or like do some super like DP or something.
Right.
You gotta disrespect her sometimes and just go for it. You know.
And then also one more thing we probably forgot to mention is that she has the double air dash, which makes her super mobile. So
yeah, so I listed that there for the gimmicks that she has.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah,
okay.
she's the only one in the game with a double air dash, at least until Dizzy comes back.
Right. Doesn't someone have a double air dash in a specific mode? I can't remember now.
Anyways, we'll see when we get to the character in any case. But yeah, so the top 3 normals that we were recommended were Jump P, super important, especially if someone's gonna try to contest you air to air, and then you just gonna just do that, and then you're probably gonna go into H or something.
Right. Or can't you do punch into dust?
You could probably do air dash too, like convert.
Oh, okay, so that's not a combo. So I probably have to do like punch / dust or something like that.
Something like that. So basically, you figure out how high you are, and then you convert it into a knockdown, and then set up your game again.
Right,
and then another one was 2D, like it's really long poke that leads to knockdown, and knockdowns are what you want. You know.
Right. So if you know this, you can cancel the roll, puts you into perfect position for the Oki.
Yeah, and then you can actually claim that you play footsies. If you're gonna hit that, whiff punish someone with that, then you're legit.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. So.
Yeah, but see, you also notice another thing too is that when I place this down, like just get hit by it, like I can just do overhead, and then because the disc hits later, I get combos off of it. There's a lot of setups that she has that the disc is what pretty much extends the combo off.
Or it's the one that's causing the pressure.
Right.
It depends on the setup. So, and then another super good normal. It's a Far S.
Yeah.
It's a standard poke. But the thing about it is that like if you have meter, like that's when you're gonna RC, and then you could run up and convert it into like a full combo. Oops. Or like maybe that into so like kind of do that.
Right.
So like that's really important for her ground game. If you have meter, you're gonna want to get a random poke, and then just that's how you start your game. So the whole point of her game plan is find ways to start her game of mixing you up over and over again.
Like I said, she's one of the most original Vortex, and someone even made a fun app online called the Millia blocker.
Yeah, it's a flash game.
Yeah, where she just stands next to you and does
either 6K or
this,
2K.
Or she does this or this or this, and you're just supposed to try to block it.
Yeah,
and it's
you
impossible.
push the key button to say which way am I gonna block. This way.
It's impossible. I mean, people have said that she is literally impossible to block properly without just guessing which way she's going to go. Like, if you try to react to her mix-ups, you can't. It's just not going to happen.
It depends. I mean, I think it's like for some people on a really, really good day, and you only concentrate on one match for your whole day, you can probably do it. But it's like that's the reason why fighting games are fighting games. It's like it tests how much concentration you can have, so, especially against a character like this.
One of the key things about fighting her is if she knocks you down and you can't block her mix-up like repeatedly,
disrespect.
It's kind of your fault to have gotten put in that position. That if you put into that position, you're already doing something wrong
so
against her.
That's part of the weakness of Millia is that she's supposed to have a pretty not a great neutral game. It's like it's hard for her. Like even though it doesn't seem like it, especially with the pin. I mean that's her saving grace, with that. But then once she loses that, or if you avoid it, or if you can anti-air her, then it's like what do I do? Right. I don't know how to get in, and I can't do my damage.
Right.
But yeah, so there's that. So. Let's see. Okay, so for top uses for meter, so I would say it's most likely a lot of the defensive options that she would have, or increasing the potency of your offense basically. So
because if you do this and then like low kick them, then you
so it's like oh my gosh, I don't know what to do.
They have to respect it, and then once they block the disc, so when you saw me do that, like. Now I get my mix-ups and
you could do extra stuff and continue. So the H disc YRC is probably used if they got some kind of knockdown that they can't do the meaty discs without like without meter basically,
Right,
or it's like the raw one. So they're like in a so-so position, but they use that now they're in an awesome position. So that's kind of how they use it for. And also dead angles are big for her, like because she has really bad defense, so she's always gonna want to stay on at advantage, because that's her game plan. She's willing to spend the meter to do that. A lot of times, even like on the first instance of someone blocking against you, like people will just burst. Like Millia players will just burst immediately, and then just like, no, I'm gonna start my game, and then you're gonna just die because I bursted right now. And it's a good plan because you can get your burst early. So
she also has supers, like this super here can be a decent anti-air, but I mean it's okay.
Yeah, and it's like you'll use that if they try to do like some really crazy long meaty against you, and then that's when you'll use it. But an S-Disc YRC is another one that Lord Knight said to mention. I'm not exactly sure why, but
which one?
S-Disc YRC.
This, huh?
Yeah, so I guess it's just like a kind of like a poke.
Interesting. Okay.
So it'll probably lead to like a big combo.
You know what it probably is, like if you're blocking, for example, so block, like low block, so you can probably and then get the pressure off of that.
Maybe.
Right? So.
Depends, but it's looking for the YRC, not the RC though.
Oh, he's talking about YRC.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Oh, maybe like knockdown. Like if I knock you down, and I can go.
Or if as I'm getting up.
Right. Yeah. If I time it right.
I don't know. So maybe shoot Lord Knight a text.
Did you even block that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I guess it's just like to keep you locked down or something.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, in any case, like maybe I'll tweet him later today.
Yeah, he basically said S-Disc YRC if you don't have time to set this up.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah,
so
that
so
makes
like
sense.
if I do sweep you, so let me sweep you really quick. I guess if you time it right.
Oh
then you
yeah.
get that Oki going
That
like
way
that,
it's like
so.
I'm surprised or something.
Right.
Or if I'm like mashing throw.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
Right.
what about what's some good B&Bs?
All right,
like
so
some super basic B&Bs.
Yeah, so super basic B&B, and this is actually like a high level B&B, because if a player like doesn't have any resources or they wanted to save their resources, this is actually something they actually do use. So it's like 2K, close S, 2D, and then run up, and then they'll
just
dash up and then do the
like
H-disc.
Just
Yeah, and then they'll do it so that you'll get a little bit momentum, because you slide a little bit when you do it.
Oops, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tough. It's kind of so
like
you see
that.
a slide like that.
And then you can get the Oki going there. So what you do generally try to do is when you get this, you can throw a low kick. You see how I had time to throw in a low kick like that? So if you think they're gonna jump away from that, you can catch them with the low kick while they're holding up back.
And then also we listed like the super base, the quote unquote basic combo for her to land for like being able to. Right. This is something you have to be able to do to be a Millia player. So this is what you'll learn eventually.
I mean, unfortunately, this is May, so the one that you have listed will work on heavier characters. On May, I have to skip the jump kick.
Yeah, so that's a part of like what makes Millia like a lot of work, is that you have to know which variation of combo you gotta do depending on the character. So and then that's exactly what you do. Exactly what you do.
Yep.
So she's easy and not easy at the same time because of that.
Yeah, she does have this crazy super here where certain moves all of a sudden leave roses behind that keep hitting.
Yeah,
so
she has like lightning loops, which is really cool.
So you can combo moves.
Okay.
You know.
And then I guess the first block string I would say to learn, like I try to keep it close to like as if they're confirming between if they're gonna hit or if they're the same combo, if they're blocking or if they're not blocking. So it's like if I'm blocking now, then just leave it at there, because I guess that's -1. So I can't throw punish it. So and then like it's -1, so there's nothing I can do to punish it. So you're gonna be relatively close, and like you can still kind of you're still in their face, pretty close to their face. So it's like you're still in a pretty good position in my opinion.
Yeah, but again, her whole goal: knock you down, go into vortex, blow you up, pretty much. Because, like I said, I feel like she's the first real, true vortex character. It's one of the first fighting game characters I ever had to play where I had to guess 4 ways to play, pretty much. So.
Yeah, and then for her, the cheap tactics, it's a really high level tactic.
Okay.
It's the backdash YRC.
Oh. The jump kick right there, yeah.
So you see that? You can see there's barely any. It's barely visible, but you can see that there's a kick, and you have to time it. It's really hard to time. But then like because of that, you get like an instant overhead. Yeah, that's an instant overhead right there.
Block. Oops.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, see that's instant overhead, and if you look like you're gonna backdash and you YRC, you could be on the ground and then just start doing 2K. Which is don't backdash.
Oh, just
because
it looks the same. Yeah, it looks the same.
It's so deceptive. It's hard to catch. Really, really hard to catch.
Right.
So because of that, so you have to notice that she's like sliding, but then your brain's gonna be like, oh shit, YRC.
Right.
What do I do?
What can she combo off of that?
There's something you can do. I forget exactly, but like it's not gonna be just that. So like there's something you can do off of it. It's because you do it with the disc.
Oh, and then they get hit by the disc.
They hit by the disc, and you do a full combo.
Okay.
So that's what it is. So huge. Like that's really really good with her.
Okay, so you can be like, look, I'm backdashing. No, I'm not.
Yeah, and then like you get hit by the low.
Right. And then there's overhead,
super good.
Okay.
And then so high level stuff to learn. It's a lot of the whole combo, variations for the knockdown, and also just like the neutral game. Like having a strong neutral game with her is like the part that's gonna be.
I think it's the first time I noticed there's actually the man in the moon on there. Yeah, so you can see his nose. I don't think I ever noticed that there was actually a face on there.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So and then all that like YRC stuff. Yeah. She has a lot of tech. So that's just the kind of stuff you're gonna run into when you're gonna be a Millia player. So players to watch. I wonder if anybody might.
Okay, so we have Lord Knight here. Let's see if we had anyone tweet us.
Do we have to?
Oh, we have a tweet here. No, nothing.
A retweet. Yeah. Elven Shadow. Thanks. #1 Xrd player right now.
#1 Faust and just Xrd.
I would say he's the #1 right now.
Yeah, he's been winning all
by tournament standards at least.
Yeah.
And then so the players we got that got listed. We have Lord Knight. I don't know of any other. Who was that other one that played? And I recently followed him, but he did really well at one of the recent tournaments.
Okay.
But
there's also in Japan, I guess, Woshige Nakamura. This is not the same Nakamura as the Kami player in ST.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
Eki-chan and Karinchu. But I guess Karinchu plays all sorts of characters.
Yeah, I guess he plays Sol and Millia and Ram at a high level. Okay.
That's what it says.
Oh man, I can't remember that guy's name. Anyways, it was like a Midwest type tournament.
Sim Vicious?
Sim, that's who it was.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah. And then Mikey's also saying there's a guy named Blitz, I guess.
In SoCal, yeah. So he's pretty good.
Okay, so that's Millia.
Yeah. So now for May. So May is the one I'm 100% relying on our guy here because I had zero idea of what May does and what she's supposed to do. So our guy Mahoko, I think he's from NorCal area.
Oh, why is it saved as a .odt? What is a .odt?
I don't know. Does it not open?
I can't open it. I can't open it.
This is bad.
We can save it for next time. You want to save me for next time? Okay.
I'll fix it.
Sorry, guys.
I'll fix it.
So one of the things, I watched a lot of May footage because I remember you were saying that you didn't remember a lot of
I don't know anything about May.
We'll get into it next time. We'll get into her next time.
Yeah.
So.